All right. Yeah. Hi. This is joint work with my colleagues Christoph and Maria from TU Wien. So, why should we fuzz zkVMs? Well, there's two main reasons. One of them is that they're incredibly complex. There's a lot of optimizations people are implementing to get them to be even faster. And that, of course, has a possibility to introduce bugs. And, of course, they will also become very critical in the near future for the correctness and security of upcoming blockchains, including the Ethereum L1. So there are two main bugs. The most critical bugs are soundness and completeness bugs. And the soundness bugs, in simple terms, is essentially when a zkVM accepts an invalid execution. And the completeness bugs are essentially kind of a dual where a zkVM would reject a valid execution. And as you can imagine, both of these bugs are critical, and they could result in catastrophic financial and reputational damage for the teams building the zkVMs, but also anybody that's building on top of them, right? In this talk, I'll give a quick overview of how we use fuzzing to detect those. Fuzzing is a testing technique that's been used widely in industry to find bugs in very complex systems. So Arguzz is the first fuzzer that allows you to detect soundness and completeness bugs in zkVMs. And it already supports 6 different zkVMs and found 11 critical bugs in 3 of them. So in particular, it found 3 soundness bugs and 8 completeness bugs in these VMs we tested. And we also got some bug bounties for the bugs we found. And the whole infrastructure builds on another fuzzer we built a while ago called Circus, which is targeting these circuit processing systems, like, for instance, Circum or Noir. And it found also a lot of bugs, 20 soundness and completeness bugs in 4 different systems. And if you want to learn more about this fuzzer, check out my talk at DEF CON last year. Or you can also look at the research paper we published very recently at CCS, which is a top security conference. So now let me try to give you a very brief overview of how Arguzz works. So the first thing that Arguzz does is it will generate a Rust program, R, with an expected outcome, E. And this is one of the key innovations. How we generate this Rust program is one of the key innovations in Arguzz, but unfortunately I won't have time to cover this in detail here. Once we have the program, we can then go to the input generator, which generates inputs for this program. And with these two, we can then actually run the program on the zkVM. If the zkVM crashes, we find a completeness bug. They are shown in orange on this slide. The soundness bugs are shown in red. If the zkVM doesn't crash, we get a proof, P, and we also get an output, O. So then we can actually use the zkVM's verifier to check if the proof is valid. If the verifier crashes, or if it rejects the proof that was just generated, then that would again be a completeness bug. If the prover accepts the proof, if the verifier accepts the proof, and the output is different from the one that we expect, then that constitutes a soundness bug. So now you can already, with this very simple pipeline, you can already find both soundness and completeness bugs. But essentially, we went one step further by introducing so-called adversarial zkVM. So this is the second key innovation in Arguzz. Basically, we took existing zkVMs and kind of patched it to introduce some subtle faults during the execution that will allow us to generate invalid proofs. So with this adversarial zkVM, we can then again generate another output and another proof. And we can again invoke the normal verifier to see if it crashes. If it doesn't crash, we can again check if the output that we get from the adversarial zkVM is different from the expected output, in which case we found a soundness bug. And this is actually how we found all 3 soundness bugs that we reported. So unfortunately, I don't have more time to go into details, but please feel free to reach out to ask about more details on Arguzz, or if you want to fuzz your zkVM, let me know and talk to me. Thanks.